Hello everyone, Tandy Elisala here, your Chief Inspiration Officer. I'd like to share a few tricky truths that keep you stuck. The first is we commit to something that we really didn't want to commit to. We say yes to things that we really wanted to say no to. We might do it because we feel bad, or we're yes people, and we want people to like us and approve. Who knows? But the fact is, if you are saying yes to things that you really want to say no to, you aren't able to make the time and the space for the things that you do want to do. And the more time that you spend doing things that you don't want to do is time wasted. It's time. You're not able to get back time. You're not able to have the time to do the things that you really do want to do. So I encourage you to think about commitments that you've made. And this is why it's important. Twofold. Stick with me here. The first is this. If you make a commitment, if you have made a commitment, maybe you said yes to go to that baby shower when maybe you've been struggling to have a baby and it makes you sad. You can still give your friend a gift. You can take them to lunch another time. You can have one-on-one time. You can do so many other things. But going to that baby shower when you know it's just going to tear you up inside is not doing you or your friend any good. So find something that you said yes to, that you really wanted to say no to, and call that person and tell them no. Now, here's the thing, and I know this is kind of tricky here, okay? When we say yes, it's our word is our bond. I get that. I really, really do. And we want to be careful about, this is why it's so important to be careful about what it is we say yes to. Because if you say yes to something that you really don't want to do, you're going to either do a half-assed job at it, or you're going to spend a lot of time and energy doing something that you really didn't want to do, and then you're going to end up feeling bad. And that's bad for self-love, self-care, self-confidence, which is what we're trying to reverse and help with. So, saying no to the things that you don't want to do. Find alternatives, like I said. The second thing is to say yes to the things that you do want to do. So maybe you said no to something because it scares you to death, okay? But when you really think about it, what scares you about it? It's that maybe it stretches you, it will help you grow, maybe it'll get you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Here's the thing, kind of a litmus test is to kind of see, is it something that's going to help lift you up? Is it something that after you do it, you're going to say, oh, I'm so glad I decided to do it. I'm so glad you made me come along and do X, Y, Z, or I'm so glad that I made the decision to do this because it really did stretch me and I grew. So if it is one of those kinds of things, and you know the difference between something that will lift you up and you're scared to death because it's something you've never done before, or it will stretch you beyond something that you're really comfortable with, that's the thing to say yes to, okay? That's the thing to say yes to. The thing to say no to are the things that lift you down, kind of that make you feel, make you feel heavy, like, ugh, it's an obligation, or it's this or that. That is what you want to say no to. Here's another little trick. I have learned, being a recovering perfectionist and procrastinator, is to not say yes or no right away. You could say no right away, actually. I take that back. But to say yes, I would give yourself time to think about it. especially if you're prone to saying yes immediately on the spot to everything. Give yourself 24 hours to really think about what it is you're saying yes to, and does it pass the test? And if it does, then fabulous, do it. If it doesn't, then say no. Remember that when you say no to the right things, you're making space for the bigger yeses to come in. So would you rather spend your time and energy on doing something that you really wanted to say no to? Or would you rather make the time and space for the universe to conspire to bring the people, situations, and circumstances into your life that really help lift you up and move you forward in life? My guess is it's the latter. So cheers to saying yes, cheers to saying no, and making sure that you're saying no and yes to the right things. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear how learning to say no has helped you, and learning to say yes. And remember that no is a complete sentence. You don't owe anybody any explanations or long, drawn-out stories. I've written a lot of articles around different ways that you can say no, but the bottom line here is no is a complete sentence. So just remember that. One thing that I have done is when I, instead of just saying no to somebody, is I will say, I've given it a lot of thought and I really appreciate you thinking of me. However, this isn't something that is resonating for me at this time, or I choose not to do this. Thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate it. I just have a lot going on right now, and this isn't one of my priorities. Nothing wrong with that. And people will appreciate that you are honoring yourself, because that is what you're doing. You're honoring yourself. So here's to honoring yourself and giving yourself lots of room for all the right yeses. Take care.